Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are working on making our way out to the Halloween flashpoint again. We already got the first segment of it done, but I want to raise a little bit of funds here on Terra before we move on. So let's hop on into not the store. Why am I going into the store here? We need to go into the command center, and we're looking for something along the lines of this one here. Probably not this one. I think we go ahead and run this. This is an escort mission in an urban environment. It is a 5-skull mission, and that's great. We'll go ahead and accept that. I think we're okay running this straight down the middle. Yeah, I think we run it straight down the middle. That should be fine. And what are we going to run? Well, we're going to run exactly what we've got here. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and do this. So, I mean, this is going to be an escort in an urban biome, 5-skull difficulty, which means we are expecting probably the full 3 enemy lances, is what we should expect here. I'm hoping to get this done in one episode. If it goes too long, we might have to cut it, but in theory, we should be able to get this done in a single episode. So that would be absolutely fantastic. Trees are indeed decent ablative armor until they get set on fire. This is accurate. So I don't think we're going to have too much trouble with this, although in theory we could. If there is an enemy force that immediately spawns upon spawning the escort units, and that force is like 4 heavy bombers, and they just immediately blow up the entire convoy before we can move. That would be really awkward. But that's unlikely. We need to escort the convoy to safety and escape. A surprise attack by Kurita resulted in the capture of our research facility here in the Terra system. At the last moment, when all was lost, a convoy managed to escape with an extremely valuable prototype. With the facility in enemy hands, we need this prototype to reconstruct the work of our scientists, intercept the convoy before the enemy does, and escort our researchers to safety. Commander, this is definitely a contract where speed is of the essence. I expect that if Kuritan forces locate the asset, they'll rally reinforcements from the captured research facility. Indeed, they will.
Command interface initiated.
Do we have allies? We do not. Is there a blocking force? Yes, there is. This is the capture zone. We can spawn here and go up these 2 ramps. So that should be okay. We'll go ahead and do that. Excellent.
Signs of intelligent life.
Okay, so we immediately see this guy over here. He moves right away and moves out of our LOS. That's not surprising. We are... Oh, look at that. Our boar's head didn't have its material load. Oh, well. Ooh, hello. We don't actually get to move here, I guess. We're going to move our awesome up over this direction. We are still calculating, but that should be fine.
Roger that.
We're not going to reserve here because there's no LOS.
Standing by.
The Mark II is going to head up this way.
On the move. Full speed.
Let's see. This is the Battlemaster. I think that will also head up this direction.
Okay.
Excellent. And the Orion is going to go this way, I think. Ooh, that gives us an LOS on this guy. I didn't see that, but we can go ahead and take that. That is 2, looks like heavies. What is this, a Vulture? Yeah, Vulture Mark IV. Okay. Moves in phase 20, so it is already moved. I think we'll just pot shot what we've got here. Odds are low, but that's expected.
Locking on.
We got a little bit of damage in there, not much. The Salamander is going to head up this direction as well. This is in water here.
Double time. Let's go.
Do we want to fire at this point? I think the answer is no. Okay, so who else do they move? They move someone in phase 18. We don't have LOS. A vehicle. Indirect LRMs are not tremendously threatening at this point.
Hey there.
The Hector is going to make its way up this direction as well. I would love to get the Hector up into LOS to fire on that Vulture Mark IV. That's unfortunately not going to happen, it looks like.
Yes, Commander.
Black Knight can head up this direction. And we are going to send the Boar's Head up this way as well.
Rolling.
The real question is, are these close enough to justify firing a sniper artillery? We can give it a go and see what happens.
Taking the shot.
Okay, little bit of damage there into this Crusader, turns out that is. Okay, and a Tokugawa heavy tank. The Vulture Mark IV moves immediately. That was fairly painful.
I just realized I'm sitting on the fusion reactor.
Indeed you are. And our AMS didn't hit anything there. Good to know. So the Battlemaster is going to step up here.
I'll try.
Due to that damage in this arm, let's go ahead and... I was going to Vigilance it. We can't do that yet. Of course we can't. That wouldn't make sense to be able to do that. We see a Sunder and a Crusader over here. Okay. Hit odds are best on the Tokugawa, and we may actually stray shot one of these guys if we fire this. So let's give it a go and see what happens. Pretty bad. Not what we're looking for. The Crusader moves now. He steps up. And that's why I wanted to Vigilance the Battlemaster. 32, huh? They're going extremely heavily into the missiles. That said, that Sunder is running an LBX AC-20 and an ERPPC as well as a T-Semp cannon.
Standing by.
That's good to know. We're going to move the Black Knight up in front of the Battlemaster to try to shield it a little bit here. And what are we going to fire on? Possibly the Vulture Mark IV. 56%. Yeah, the Vulture Mark IV is our best hit odds here.
Taking the shot.
Pretty good armor strip there. I will accept that. The Awesome is going to close in up over this way.
On it.
And we will also fire on the Vulture Mark IV here. We'll go ahead and fire the Rocket 20 here into this side arc.
Locked on target.
That's a structure exposure.
I am out of short range. Receiving you.
At this point, the Madcap Mark II can move forward, and it can only get LOS on the Vulture. That's okay. We are just fine with this. Light him up. Okay, he is now officially unsteady.
Waiting for orders.
The Hector probably can't get into LOS. It can, but it's blocked LOS by the Awesome. Are these hit odds high enough to make that worthwhile? I think that is high enough. Go ahead and do that.
Locked on target. Reporting critical hit.
Okay, we didn't stray shot the Awesome. That's good. The Sunder moves up. This is the danger point. That could have been far worse. And his positioning is great for us right now.
Commander.
So the Orion is going to sprint forward here to this location.
Going full speed.
It's still going for the kill on the Vulture. This should be a guaranteed kill here. I'm pretty sure.
Engaging the target.
Lots of damage transfer into that CT.
Target. I'm out of SRM.
That's a knockdown panic level critical.
Watch my heat.
Injury resisted on the Vulture Mark IV there. Ooh, that's very close to a kill, but it wasn't quite a kill. So at this point, the Tokugawa is moving. Let's see what it does. Spreads out a little bit from those two. And gets those missiles in hard into that Battlemaster.
Oh boy. Heavy hit there.
Okay.
Ready to rock.
The Salamander is going to step up over here. And the obvious choice here is to artillery onto the Crusader and the Sunder. So we'll go ahead and do exactly that.
See what you got.
A couple of mediocre shots at best there.
I'm ready.
The Boar's Head is going to come up, and it can actually do a direct fire sniper artillery shot, and we're going to do exactly that.
Target confirmed.
That was some terrible shooting. Okay. Next phase, our Hector moves up. Or rather, next round. Our Hector moves up, and I want to... Do we want to go for the kill on the Vulture 4 here? I feel like we do. We fire something like this. This should be a pretty guaranteed kill.
Target acquired.
There we go. So there's the Vulture down.
Hostile removed.
Now at this point, the Crusader moves. I was hoping he'd be further back in the rotation, but this is fine, I guess. Continuing to hammer in on that Battlemaster. Positioning here, though.
Getting blown apart.
Commander.
Yeah, our AMS isn't doing great here, if I'm honest. 73% on the Sunder, and that's what we'll take. We'll not fire the 2 medium lasers because the hit odds are fairly low and heat is too high.
Target acquired.
1 hit, 1 miss. Not great rolls there.
Commander.
Now the Battlemaster should move in and attempt to protect its left side, so we're going to turn like so.
Say so.
And we're going to Vigilance it, because we have no evasive. And I think... Oh, our Ultra AC-20 is jammed. Our best hit odds are still on the Tokugawa, but that's a lot of armor. Okay. Give it a go. We'll see what happens. Not a lot. I'm not shocked about that. Now the AC-20 is unjammed, but the Tokugawa moves. Where does it decide to go? Ideal would be here, but I doubt it'll go there. Yeah, spreading out a little bit. It missed his autocannon, so that's great. We're going to move up with our Madcap Mark II to this position here.
On my way.
50% on the Crusader. Good hit odds on the Tokugawa, straight into that side arc. This is its strong side. But I'm feeling that we just Alpha Strike it. Let him go. We missed one of those Gausses, sadly. But that was a lot of damage into the flank of that Tokugawa.
Short-range missiles.
Yes, you are.
It's pretty damn hot in here.
Okay, who moves next?
Yes, Commander.
It is the Black Knight. The Black Knight is going to position
Affirmative.
here. And I think the Tokugawa side arc is still the way to go here. We can probably eliminate it from the field with this round. Oh yeah, I think that this is a kill. There we go. So that's eliminated.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Next up,
Yes,
the Orion is going to want to climb the ramp a bit here. We're running pretty hot in it, obviously, so we're just going to fire on the Sunder and not fire the rotary AC-5, or maybe like this. Actually, the Rocket 20 is the better way to go here. Do it. We got a head hit there, but that was an injury resistance.
Short-range missiles.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Our Salamander is going to step up. We're still going to go for the Sunder here. A terrible shot and a fortuitous shot, I guess, into the Crusader there. But yeah, that we're not getting good rolls here. Oof. That was painful.
Pretty damn hot.
As that LBX AC-20. We're doing okay for now, but we definitely need to close in with our Boar's Head. Oh wow, we don't have LOS from here. I would have thought that that is because of this. I would have thought that that would have given us LOS, but we can go here and fire on the Crusader. Hit odds are, I think, not really worth firing in direct mode, and this is a lot of heat. So we'll fire something along the lines of this.
Reporting. Heavy damage.
Mediocre at best, especially with the... How exactly does an indirect artillery hit back here? That's awkward. I did it
Standing
indirect
by.
for that exact reason. Okay, we want to still protect our left-hand side, if at all possible.
I'm there.
We'll brace the Battlemaster. Continue hitting that Crusader. Fire the UAC-20 last here in hopes that he becomes unsteady before we fire it.
Affirmative.
It wasn't great, but it'll do.
Standing by.
The Awesome will step forward. The Awesome is running very hot right now, and so we will need to sink heat here. 48%. Yeah, the Crusader is the way to go. Something like this. We gained ourselves a lot of heat from the Sunder, so we'll just... Oh, and we missed it. Sad.
Damn it.
We're having a hard time getting our damage out here, for sure. Phase 19 is the Crusader. He moves forward. They're getting some solid rolls with those missiles, that's for sure.
Commander.
Standing by.
Our Black Knight is going to close in over this way, though. And it's looking for the absolute kill here. Why is this only 50% at this range? Into forest, target moved, weapon accuracy. Okay. We'll fire our SRM-6 Valiant last, then. Something like this.
Target confirmed.
I didn't actually expect a destruction there, but we'll take it. That'll be fine. The Hector will step forward, and we're going to go for some major armor shred on this Sunder, as well as some instability growth. Let's tag it first. Okay.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Successful tag was successful. I think we're not going to fire the Arrow 4s indirect here, or even in standard mode. Guided direct, perhaps? Not the large X-Pulse, obviously. Yeah, let it go.
Here we go.
Let's see how that goes. We did hit one of those.
Aye, aye.
The Mark II is still struggling for LOS. We can get it out over this direction, though. And we'll just fire the Gauss and sink a little heat. Actually, I'd rather fire the Clan ERs if we can get away with that. And that is indeed what we can do. One Gauss hit there.
Watch my heat.
And now the Sunder moves.
Damage.
So our instability growth there is fairly irrelevant. That was reasonably solid for us. That could have been way worse into that Awesome.
Orders.
The Orion is going to head up, and we're going to continue working on instability over here. This should be absolutely fine.
Locking on.
Structure exposure, that's what we want to see right now. The Boar's Head is going to step in over here. Now, we may stray shot this electrical transformer here. How wide is that explosion warning? Would that hit our Black Knight? I think that's a pretty good danger. So all I'm going to do is fire the sniper artillery in indirect mode here.
Firing.
And it's a full-on miss. Okay. But I wanted to move the Black Knight away from this transformer.
Right here.
The Battlemaster will swing out over this direction.
On my way.
And let's hit that Sunder. That was a lot of internal damage. We destroyed his LBX AC-20, so that's his primary damage
Good to
gone.
go.
That's great. The Awesome will step forward,
On the move.
and we're going to finish off this Sunder, I think. Is this heat level acceptable? Yes, it is. There we go. Blocking force is down. We took a lot of damage. There's no doubt about it. Well, certain mechs did. The Awesome took a lot of damage. The Battlemaster took a lot of damage. Everybody else is reasonably fresh. But those two mechs, we're going to have to make sure that they are kept in the backline a little bit.
Waiting for orders.
The Orion is going to step forward and sink heat.
Aye, aye.
The Black Knight can almost get to the capture zone.
Waiting for orders.
The Madcap Mark II can step up
Acknowledged.
and sink that heat.
Skipper.
Salamander can step up and sink heat
Copy
as
that,
well.
Commander.
And of course we'll be exiting combat after this round.
I am the wind.
You're in an Atlas. I'm not sure that I would call that the wind,
Commander.
but okay. Everybody else can, like, approach this area. I don't technically know where the escort zone is going to be, the evac point.
Location confirmed.
So that'll be interesting to find out.
Roger. On my way.
Okay. We're remaining out of combat until we get to the escort point, looks like. Oh, no. Cretan reinforcements up over here. So where is the escort point? Yeah, that's them. Okay, it's off over this direction. Here. Gotcha.
Yes, Commander.
So the Battlemaster is definitely going to not want to be our frontline mech.
Ready for orders.
We'll have the Hector come up over this way on the road.
Copy that.
We didn't actually exit combat.
Let's do this.
The Awesome should not be a frontline mech here either.
Roger that. No shooting, just running.
And let's see here. We see a Vulcan, an Archer, a Kintaro. This is basically a medium lance. I mean, the Archer is a heavy, but not too bad there. The Vulcan jumps into this water. I don't think we're going to have LOS this round.
What can I do for you?
The Prime Mover can position, like, over here and lob LRM-5s. That'll be fine. Let's check hit odds. 17, 7.3, 3.6. Okay.
Tell me what to shoot.
No hits, but we're not surprised by this.
System
Oh, I didn't see
recycling
this
for
guy.
another shot.
A crossbow. Okay. Not a big deal there. We might be able to get LOS down this firing corridor, though.
Standing by.
The Orion is going to make its way over here.
Double time. Let's go.
We're going to dip these vehicles out of LOS here, for sure. Archer firing on our Hector. Getting some splash damage out there. Okay, good to know.
You got nothing, you hear me? I hear ya.
I like how all of these are poltergeist. That's, nice.
Coordinates received.
We're just dipping into this cover over here.
Waiting for orders.
And same thing over here. Okay,
Awaiting
our Black
orders.
Knight is going to sprint up the road.
Go into full throttle.
And let's see what they do. This lance doesn't look that bad to deal with. But it is fully fresh. Very little coming out there. Okay.
Waiting on
And
you,
our final
Commander.
vehicle will slot into this position for right now. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Our Madcat Mark II will cut across over here and try to get onto the road.
Ready to rock.
The Salamander will make its way on up.
Affirmative, Commander. I await your
And the
command.
Boar's Head will move in as well. You know, I probably should have fired artillery with the Salamander there, but let's go ahead and fire on the crossbow here.
Firing on target.
Okay, we didn't get much done there, but we did damage this building, which is actually fairly important to my strategy. That was something that I was hoping would happen. We're going to keep the Battlemaster moving forward a little bit, but not very much. We're trying to keep it in the back line.
Waiting for orders.
Same with the Awesome, in all honesty. I would like if the Awesome could move to here, though, and eliminate this building.
Locked on target.
Okay, building's gone.
One less drop.
So that should open our LOS onto this crossbow.
How's it going?
The Hector is going to move up. It's kind of right in the middle of the road, which I don't love, but it'll be fine. Okay, structure exposure already on that crossbow. Crossbow moves phase 15. Sounds good. Archer moves up, fires on the Hector. Not a lot of damage there. And that's just fine. So I will say that there is a possibility that another lance spawns when we enter the escort zone. And because of that, I'm going to put a cut in here and make this into a 2-episode mission. It's unfortunate, but that first blocking lance took us a long time to get through. Longer than I would have liked. There's no doubt about that. So that cut is going in here, and next episode we'll get to the escort zone, and I do expect that there is a third lance in this mission. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.